Welcome to Post Game Podcast. I'm your host, Joan. I got my boy B Foster. Subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube. You can check out more of these player profiles and some other stuff that Foster had going on with Tigers baseball. There's also some Detroit Lions stuff on the channel. Please subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers. And for your audio feeds, you can check us out on any podcast streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, all that good stuff. Just type in Post Game Podcast, FFSN. Follow us, download the episodes, like, share, do all that stuff, especially when it comes to YouTube. Get us in the algorithm. Share the material, like, comment, subscribe, more importantly. And without further ado, Foster is going to talk about a featured player of the week, a 2024 NBA prospect. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, MBR Foster.
All right, we got Devin Carter out of Providence. He's more of a finished product, a high floor, low ceiling guy that has some limitations, athleticism and size wise. But he's 6'3". He's a 6'3" guard, and he's 23 years old, so up there in age. He's projected to go in the mid to late first round, and he had good production in his senior year at Providence. He had 19 points a game, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.7 steals, and 1 blocks. He shot 38% from 3, 47% from the field, and 75% from the free throw line. You know, the stats that jump out to me is the 8 rebounds per game at 6'3", and the 1.7 steals, which is he's definitely an on-ball point of attack impact player defensively. He projects to be a primary initiator guard with the potential for to be a combo guard as well. He uses his strength, his angles, and screens to create advantage for himself when dribbling downhill. He's got a good feel for his cuts and offensive rebounding in off-ball situations. He was able to improve his three-point input this year. He went from 35 threes to 84 made threes, which definitely has improved his stock as an off-ball shooter. He's extremely quick laterally, which is the most glaring athletic attribute that he has. As far as his weaknesses, he doesn't have a standout physical profile for a 2 guard. You know, coming in at 6'3", he's going to be undersized going against the top-notch bigger 2 guards. He plays at a fast pace, which makes him susceptible to bad shots and turnovers. And he could use a mid-range game given his low numbers on 2-point shots and on ball screen pull-ups and runners. And his player comp is Derek White. He's definitely a guy that's going to get after it on the defensive end. He kind of in that tweener position tweener size between point guard and shooting guard. But he's been around. He's 23 years old. I don't think he's a guy that needs as much development as some of these other guys, which makes him a good plug-and-play guy immediately. But as far as his potential and his upward trajectory, there's not a whole lot of room for him to grow as far as that is concerned. But as far as his fit with the Pistons, like I said, he doesn't have that lottery pick potential and ceiling to him, but I think that he actually would be a nice, off-ball guy for Cade Cunningham because he does shoot the ball well. He plays good defense. He can play. He can be a primary initiator, but he can also play off guard. And I think he would be a nice bench piece, to run the offense. But you don't go looking for those type of guys at 5.
No, I mean, who knows? But we have to figure out what we're gonna do with Jaden Ivey before we draft someone like a 6'3" guard at number 5. Very good prospect though. You don't see a lot of college guys, 4-year guys.
That's great, man.
Yeah, you don't see that anymore. So I like to see that. I think he comes in physically ready to play. I've seen him play as well. He's a pretty good player. As far as the Pistons goes, until we figure out what we're going to do with Jaden Ivey, I'm not thinking about getting a guard at number 5.
Right.
But it is. There you have it. Foster, you've done a really great job once again. And check us out. We're on all streaming platforms for your audio feeds. And like I said, subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers.